Today we're going to do a quick session on setting up the auto-commissioning in ECNet. So I'm going to start by going to my backnet network and discovering my two ECY controllers. Drag these down to my network. Note the rest status is down. We're going to go into services, wizard service, and this you'll expand the rest service. You don't actually have to, but folded devices. All right, successful, found those two devices. Now you can see the rest status is okay on their devices. We are then going to launch a wizard. Enter our ECNet password. And synchronize. We'll do both devices at the same time. Great, now let's come back in here. Actions, create points. All right, found 105 points. Points. All right, both have 105 points. Now I'm going to go to the DC commissioning palette. If you need to search for that, open palette, DC commissioning. This palette gets installed by installing the productivity enhancing tools from the Software Center. Going to be found here. You'll see that this includes the Eclypse commissioning solution. When this opens, it will look like this. I'm going to go down into the wizard template. I got this code from Builder. Imperial. This has to be located in the same folder as the devices. So if these VAVs were under a separate folder, this would have to be located in that folder. Then I'm going to go into this. You need to set the password. This needs to be the same password that you're using in the wizard service. Okay, now if I go to devices, discover, there are my two ECYs. It's not a big fan of the dashes in the names, which is why it's adding the $2D. Drag these down. Great, they're reachable. Now, if I want to set my airflows, I'm going to right click, export the set point configuration. I'm just going to save it under my C drive. Save. Now, if I go into my C drive, set point configuration, it pops this up. I'm going to expand these so I can see what they are. All right, min flow, 100. Max flow, let's call this 500. Same min flow for heating. Max flow, we'll do 300. Min flow during standby, 50 and 0, and a K factor of 800. Now I can just drag these if my next box is the same. All right, save this. I'm done in here. Back, right click on devices, import, select that file, open, right to the devices. All right, sent that down. Now if I wanted to select my devices, you can see options become available down here. If you're not selected on anything, change the set points for my test. You can either enable or disable the auto reversing damper, set your thresholds for acceptable min and max flow leak, your reheat delta set point, how long you want that to actually delay for the test, your perimeter delay, you're expecting your room to go up 2 degrees. Keep that all run. Now we can either do all tests, just the airflow test, just failed airflow tests. If something failed, you can rerun those. We're going to pick all tests and start this. Give this a while to run. It takes 20-25 minutes per device. You can actually check in your settings the number of devices it will do at once. It will only do 20% of the selected devices. So keep that in mind.